hope you're ready, folks, because this is the big one. This is Gamera, the Revenge of Iris. 3 years after the Legion's attack on Japan, a new crisis has emerged. One that Mayumi Nagamine, the ornithologist from the first movie, is investigating. The Gyaos have returned, and with a vengeance. They are a new strain of Gyaos, known as Hyper Gyaos, who have evolved to be stronger than the last ones. But that's not the only major discovery. There's also this.
Gamera? まさかこの数を見ろ。だったらここはだったらガメラの墓場。
So, that whole last hope thing wasn't a lie. Gamera really is the last hope. At least to most people. This is Ayana, and as you can see, she's no fan of Gamera. She and her brother are living with their adopted family in a remote village. She is bullied by some local schoolgirls into removing a stone from a cave, the Cave of the Rusicho, a demon of legend who the local Moribe family are tasked with stopping. In legend, the stone is what keeps it from escaping, and it's been said that even a sumo wrestler failed to move it. Yet, Ayana was able to move it. The youngest Moribe has just become the new guardian of the cave, and tries to be friendly with Ayana and her brother.
なあ、もしガメラがおらんかったら、今頃みんなギャオスに食われてたかもしれんしな。世界中レギオンの巣になっとったかもしれへんねんで。ガメラって人間の味方なんてさ。
あんたもガメラに家を壊されて、大事な人を踏み潰されてみなさいよ。
Smooth. But it's not hard to see her point when you see this scene. At the Shibuya district of Tokyo, we see good old Osako, now a drunken bum on the streets. Several Gyaos fly over and are pursued by Gamera. He hits one and sends it careening into a subway. He then lands and reveals himself. Never would you think that Gamera could give you nightmares. He finishes it off and the second one goes into attack. Gamera protects a small child from the attack, but that hardly matters considering what happens. There you go. The most horrifying thing Gamera has ever done. 20,000 are declared dead, and the Japanese government issues orders to kill Gamera on sight. However, news reports show Gamera is hunting down Gyaos across the globe, and the Shibuya attack was only the beginning. Ayana returns to the cave and finds a metallic pendant, similar to the one used by Asagi to connect with Gamera. It glows a bright green in her hand. When Moribe arrives at the cave, he finds her comforting a strange creature.
"生まれたんか?そいつが何なんか分かってるんか?
イリス決めたの。イリスこの子は私が育てるから育てて仇を取ってもらうから。
As this is going on, some more information on this universe is revealed. A simulation game created by a video game company which predicts and calculates mana, or living essence of the Earth. When the Gyaos first appeared, mana levels were low, and the modern levels are even lower. The attack Gamera used at the end of the last movie drained enough mana from the Earth to allow the Gyaos to return. This is why Gamera is so violently ruthless in pursuing them. It's his fault that they came back in the first place. Ayana helps Iris grow, stating that Gamera killed its family too.
ガメラが憎いって。あの子も仲間はガメラに殺されたのに。食べないのイリス。口はどこなの？
開いてへんのかな。犬とか猫の赤ちゃんって目が開くまでしばらくかかるやん。
When she finds it having left the cave one day, it attempts to absorb her into itself. Instead of fighting, she actually accepts it. Before it can finish, Moribe saves her and Iris goes on a rampage, mercilessly slaughtering the village populace. Nagamine is called in to investigate, but stops in Tokyo first to visit an old friend.
牛や馬と暮らそうと考えて北海道へ行ったとですよ。酪農はきつか仕事やった。おいには務まらんやった。それでビール工場の警備員隊。そしたら今度はレギオンですよ。逃げてん逃げきれん。もう逃げるとにも疲れたとですたい。私にできるコツがあるんならお手伝いさせてください。
大迫警部。
元です。警部補ですし。馬か。焦げに馬か酒は久しぶりです。
While they sort through the corpses, Iris has grown and continues to drain anyone it comes across. Ayana has entered a deep sleep and is abducted from the hospital by Asakura and Kurata Shinji. Kurata being the head of a video game company that created the Earth simulation game, and Asakura being his confidant in the government with occultist beliefs, ones that include Gamera, Gyaos, and Iris. Asagi returns from her travels and wishes to see Ayana due to her similar connection with Iris. Iris is hunted down by the military and it easily wipes them out. It takes flight and begins to search for Ayana. Nagamine and Asagi get Ayana away from her captors, but don't escape the city of Kyoto, the city where Iris is heading. Kurata reveals himself and explains what he believes about Iris.
しかし滅亡よりも悪い未来が待っているかもしれない。そうなる前に怪獣に人類の幕を引いてもらおうというのが私の考えだし、ギャオスを生んだ者の考えだろう。だからガメラが止めようとするなら、たとえそれが地球の意志でも奴を倒す。
ギャオスに人類の幕引きなんかできない。
ギャオスじゃない。もはや新たな存在だ。あらかじめ用意されていたものか自己進化の結果か理由はわからないが、かつてガメラがそうしたように人と交換することでより強くなろうと、しかもこの子と融合してガメラを超えようとしてる。こんな可愛い子でも悪魔を飼ってるからね。ガメラは勝てない。
Jets engage Iris, and he proves to be unstoppable until Gamera rises through the clouds and challenges him. The Jets are ordered to fire on Gamera instead of Iris, and he's sent careening into Kyoto. Ayana summons Iris and begins commanding him. Gamera crash lands and faces down Iris. Their battle ends up in a large mall, and Kurata and Iskura are killed in the collision. Moribe, meanwhile, is attempting to get to Ayana to defeat Iris, since that's his familial responsibility. Osako actually proves useful for once and distracts the cop preventing Moribe from going into the city. He makes it and attempts to use his family dagger to stop Iris. 3 guesses how that turns out. As Ayana is absorbed by Iris, it subjects her to images of itself killing the villagers, and the truth about her parents' deaths. Gyaos killed them. She realizes what she created through her hatred, and all seems lost. Iris uses its tentacles to drain Gamera's DNA and replicate his plasma fireballs. In a last-ditch effort, Gamera severs his own arm and wrenches Ayana out of Iris. Iris blasts Gamera, and magic happens. Gamera awakens Ayana and she is left to ponder her mistakes, and to wonder why Gamera would bother to save her after what she did. The battle isn't over yet though. A flock of thousands of Gyaos descend upon Kyoto, and the mutilated Gamera roars in defiance, ready to take them all on.
最後まで一人になっても
ガメラは一人じゃないわ。ガメラ。
And there you have it. The ultimate evolution of Gamera. From ridiculous children's franchise to story and character-driven fantasy epic. Gamera, The Revenge of Iris is a fantastic film with deep themes of hatred, revenge, and redemption. While the action scenes are not as big as the ones from Legion, the film makes up for it in story and character. Gamera would take a hiatus from cinema as the next generation of Godzilla films took over, one of which was even directed by Shusuke Kaneko. Godzilla, Mothra, and King Ghidorah, giant monsters all out attack, followed a similar theme of redemption and added fantasy elements to its mythology. Once those Godzilla movies came to an end, however, Gamera would return with his final film. Or rather, the first film of Gamera's son.
おめんもういかんじゃろか。そや。じやら。うるえ話やら。聞きたくねえぞ。さんなんかで話せるか。